Okay. Yeah. Hi everyone. Yeah. Welcome to our first Monday training. The first and third Monday Zoom training. So as mentioned, the last one, right? Today I'll be covering. I myself will be covering on this deck, right? Which recently I've been using this to talk to doctors, right? And then yeah, in fact, one of them already in and then holding a workshop with me, right? This coming Wednesday, right? And also, he also so-called refer a customer to us for TRME, right? And I think Chris will be meeting this lady this month, right? Chris, she's coming back this month, right? This patient.
She said end June, so probably might be
And June,
July.
okay. Anyway, and we also come out with a package, which I think I sent in the group chat, right? Like Professor Lin asked us to do a package so that easier for him to show his so-called patient, right? Yeah, so you all must be curious. I mean, some of you all already know this deck, but I did a little bit of enhancement to the deck. Okay, so this deck, right, will be very useful when y'all do when y'all meet people, let's say for antioxidant scan. So after scan the antioxidant, right? Because this deck is quite easy to present. It's less than about 30 minutes, but of course, training purpose maybe slightly longer. Lah. So if you do the deck, right, 30 minutes, you can wow the consumer already. You can wow your prospect already. And there's I make it that the whole deck uh the person will not know it's new skin lah. Those part got new skin, I got hide a bit lah. But if the person know it's new skin, then you can of course proudly show the new skin lah, huh? So
OK 的吧？他听到我们声音是
yeah, Karin, can you build okay? So 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 it's very good also for that means after the antioxidant presentation then scan after that most people will be low, right? So you can give them a broad picture view what is ageLOC, our ageLOC solutions, right? Then of course very good for us who are doing the DNA project, right? So when we deliver test kit, because they may not have a lot of time for us at the first meetup for the collection of saliva, right? So this deck is perfect. That means after you collect the saliva sample, which can be done and registration of kit can be done in about 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes, 15 minutes max, right? Then we can do the scanning, like present scanning, the antioxidant presentation, and then of course can also have time to do this deck one actually. Yeah. Then this deck will give them a broad picture view. So when I use this deck, right, actually, I will just see what is their needs, right? Then go straight into the particular product. Then I totally can skip the technology part already. So this deck also very good to impress people, okay, to activate them in the business and to show them that we are way of a much higher level than any other supplements out there. When you see my deck later, for those who see this for first time, right, it's like a lot of product out there, right, is what we call snake oil, or some is like they claim to say this, say that, but it's all marketing talk. This deck, right, will let your prospects see, right, we are not the usual supplement, or we are at the genetic level, or I would say if you look at our name card behind, right, Nutri-Genomics range. Okay, so that you can easier to engage your customer. When they say oh, I'm taking supplement, or I already using USANA, using but then you can tell them, but are they at the Nutri-Genomics level? So so this tag is able to prove to them that we are not just marketing talk. Like Dr. Joe always say, right, we don't talk science, we do science. So this deck actually illustrate that. Okay, yeah, if you do this deck well, right, you can easily close them our ageLOC solutions, and also of course bring them in the business also. It's a very good activation tool. That means they see where we are very, very different from anything out there, and nobody is able to do what we can do. Okay, this deck will illustrate everything. Okay, so let me just share my deck. You see, oh, okay. Can see or not? Sarah can see?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so like I say, right, Pharmanex got I think almost 100 products. If you count in all the other products in the rest of the world, right? Yeah, but our team, right, actually very strong, ST very strong in our ageLOC series. So this deck, right, is purely for ageLOC products, right? Basically, this one is talk about 4 products, okay? 4 products that we are very familiar with, right? TRME, maybe R square not very familiar for some of you all, R square, okay, reset, which is meta also, and our wide span, right? Yeah, so actually if you master these, actually you can easily close our so-called 1,000 point product, okay, which is our TRME or our well-being pack or our dual pack, okay? Yeah, so it's our ageLOC series. So okay, so ageLOC series is different in the sense that, right, is among all our products, when we see the word ageLOC, it means it's at the genetic level. Okay, so the R&D for ageLOC product is using gene chip, okay, where we pioneered the use of gene chips, right, to measure gene expression changes. Okay, our DNA don't change, okay, but the way our DNA talk to communicate with each other is called gene expression. So you can see in this slide here, so same gene, same DNA, but expressed differently, right, we have very different result in terms of your body size and your health. Okay, yeah, for example, like this is let's say it's a twin, right, but when the gene is expressed differently based on their lifestyle, the nutrition they take, okay, their diet, their environment, right, actually can have very different result. Okay, yeah, so DNA stay the same, but gene expression is the one that make the difference. Okay, so why do we have gene expression science? Okay, so like I say, right, this one is like, because we don't know the person has got any stigma to MLM, right? But if the person or direct sales, if the person already know is new skin, this is a part you can tell them, you see. Do you see on the left hand side, new skin acquired Lightgen? Yeah, so actually new skin acquired this company Lightgen in 2011. So if the person don't know new skin one, you don't know whether got stigma, you quickly press next, they will cover up. You see, right? You see? The new skin acquired will cover up. So you quickly show them, why Pharmanex has this so-called nutrigenomics, right, or ageLOC, is because we acquired this company called Lightgen Technology. So who is Lightgen? They are a genomics company that focus on gene expression profiling. I'll read to them. Okay, so Lightgen Technology, the mission is to discover the genetic basis of the aging process with the goal of increasing the healthy lifespan of humans and animals. So you see, right, when we say we got gene technology, we are not marketing talk. We can prove to our consumer, they can actually go to this website and see Lightgen's works. And then you can see, they have a lot of studies published, right? They have, I think, more than 30 studies, right? So these are some of the big journals, okay? Peer-reviewed journal, okay? And the most famous one, you can see the second one is calorie restriction, right? Published in Science. Also, some of the leaders here know, right? We did a long-term studies of monkey to prove that when you calorie restriction for 20 years on the monkeys, right? Actually, the monkey live longer and has less onset of age-related disease. Yeah, so this is our ageLOC science actually, right? We use this discovery to infuse into our products. Okay, and the amazing thing about acquiring Lightgen, right, is we acquire all their IPs, their database. So you can see here, ChatGPT, you see, like for those who don't know, this is very impressive. That's why I say, right, we got no competitors. Okay, firstly, we really have gene science. We really had gene science after genetic science, right? After we acquired Lightgen, but Lightgen happened to own one of the world's largest gene expression database. So nobody can touch us. So you see, I asked ChatGPT, right? You see what ChatGPT say? Yeah, correct. So within the niche field of anti-aging and longevity, Lightgen's database was frequently described as one of the largest and most comprehensive in the world. And all this is owned by our company, right? So nobody can do products at our level. You must understand this, right? So sometimes you see some people, they say they got nutrigenomics at the genetic level. I can tell you, okay? It's all marketing talk, okay? You ask them to prove to you, they can't prove to you one, okay? So we can, okay? With my deck, we can, okay? And because of this, right, 2012, 1 year after we acquired Lightgen, we are the first anti-aging company to be discovered, to be featured on Discovery Channel under this documentary called DNA The Next Wave. It's a 40-minute documentary talking about the latest news about DNA, right? In fact, this documentary also talk about DNA testing also, for those who watch the full 40 minutes. But out of these 40 minutes, right, there's about 15 minutes, 14 to 15 minutes, they interview 3 of our scientists. Yeah, because why? We acquired Lightgen and then we launched our ageLOC product, right? Our ageLOC series of products. Okay, so you can see here, right? Lightgen, okay, Dr. Joseph Chang, you all should know him, our Chief Scientific Officer, also Pharmanex founder, right? So after New Skin acquired Pharmanex, they made him our CSO. Then of course, Dr. Windrup, founder of Ligand, and then Dr. Thomas Prolas, also Ligand founder, right? So you can, so I will play this short, like 30 seconds clip to so I will tee up Discovery Channel. Firstly, I will not assume that people know what is Discovery Channel. Most people will know lah. So normally I'll ask, hey, have you heard of Discovery Channel? Then to test them, I'll say, hey, do you know what that Discovery Channel do? So most of them there will be people don't know one. They mix up with National Geographic. Sometimes they thought it's this National Geographic. So most of them will say, oh, Discovery Channel talk about science one. Then I will correct them and say, yeah, not only talk about science, it talk about cutting edge science. That means it must be something that is like, way ahead of others one. That's why in 2012 they reported about us, because we are doing Pharmanex is doing science at a level that nobody else is doing, right? So why this 30-second clip is very powerful? Because in the first few seconds, right, you can see the word okay, Pharmanex, and then ageLOC, then the gene chip. Wow, it's damn powerful, right? And okay, so for those who watch this video for the first time, you all can see what Thomas Prolas, right? This Thomas Prolas at the end will be by our Dr. Joseph Chang. Okay, you all listen to what he say.
What we're trying to do at LifeGen is to identify nutrients that have this ability of caloric restriction to change the activity of genes in a way that will slow down the aging process. So individual nutrients may have on their own mild effects, but when combined, we hope to find mixtures of nutrients that are going to have a much stronger effect.
I like to think that one day all of us can actually die healthy.
Yeah, so this is our Dr. Joseph Chang. So you see, our mission is to make sure everybody die healthy. We will all die but we die without sickness because our ageLOC technology. So I remember 12 years ago, 30 years ago when I watched this video, right, I was thinking, wow, I cannot miss this business opportunity. Yeah, I was still part-time. I was like, just a consumer, but I think 1 year later that I started trying out the business on a part-time. I was thinking, wow, how many times in our lifetime are we able to build a business where the technology is on Discovery Channel, right? Yeah. So like I say, it's like all other companies just make marketing talk. We're able to prove to people we are on. You can't pay your money into a Discovery Channel feature, am I right? Yeah. So you all know, right? Recently we met him in person. This is my photo with Dr. Joe. You see, why to prove how amazing our product is. Every year I see him, I get younger. The Discovery Channel video was how many years ago? 12, that means 14 years ago. Do you realize Dr. Joe, when I met him in Shanghai last month, he looked younger. I don't know whether you all can see. He looked younger. He's getting younger and younger. He looked younger than 14 years ago. Can you imagine? This is the power of our ageLOC technology, right? Yeah. And also, for those of y'all who actually take photo with Dr. Joe, right, either as a group or individual, right, when you use my deck, y'all replace your photo with Dr. Joe in this slide. It will be very powerful. Yeah, without fail, when I show this, people say, wow, you know him one. As in, I say this is our chief scientist, So you say, yeah, a scientist has this been interviewed on Discovery Channel is actually, our chief scientific officer, right? It's real. It's not like marketing talk or bullshit, right? Okay, so basically ageLOC, right, is what we call nutrigenomics. So you can see this slide here. What does it mean? Okay, nutrigenomics is a study of how nutrients and dietary components interact with your genes. So it explores how food influence gene expression and how genetic difference affect the way your body responds. So food affects genes, genes affects nutrition. So this is our ageLOC. This is our ageLOC science, in a sense. So exactly what we are saying about epigenetics also, right? Yeah. So our supplements are natural, right? So it's food-based. So this is what I mean that we can tell people we are nutrigenomics, and then it's the supplement they are taking at the nutrigenomics level, right? Yeah. Okay, and this technology, right, is actually so much science. Of course, we filed a patent, a US patent to protect this. So you can see this is a US patent, right? Do you see familiar name here? Thomas Prolas, okay. Richard Ringer, and of course our Joseph Chang, right? Yeah, it's one of the inventors, right? Yeah. Angela also one of our scientists, of course, Steve Wood also. Then of course, what does this patent claim, right? A composition for detecting differential gene expression. So we own this patent, right? That means we have a way to use our gene chip, right, to discover changes in the so-called gene expression when we use natural ingredients. Okay, so just now Thomas Paulus, remember what he said in the video? Individual ingredient may have mild effect, but combined there will be an amplified effect. Just look at our white span, 12 ingredients. That's what they mean. We don't believe a single ingredient approach, right? We have the science to be able to use the gene chip, right, to measure if we use this different like a combination of ingredients, right, to get the best effect out. Okay, yeah, and more importantly, this patent, right, is with government grant. Yeah, how many direct sales or how many retail company can say that they have a patent? That's one. And how many can say that I mean for their so-called anti-aging technology, and how many can say that this patent is actually with government grant, right? Because to file a patent, you have to have a lot of research, right? So the government actually give us money to do all the research, right? To get this to file this patent. So this is a government grant by NIA, okay, which under NIH, so it's like the US MOH. Oh, amazing! We are a private company for profit. We are not a government organization, but we get government money to do our product. And then we are building a business. We are building a business. You tell me another direct sales have all this? I can say no, nobody. When I challenge it, nobody can come back. Like when I met competitors, sometimes they just dumbfounded. Okay. Then of course, just to give you all why getting a government grant is a big thing, okay. So you can see Investopedia say, right, a government grant is a financial award given by the federal or state to some type of beneficial project. So you see, ageLOC definitely is a beneficial project for mankind, right? So that's one. Second, because government grant are funded by taxpayers' money. So it's taxpayers' money. Akong money means is from the taxpayer, right? So it had to be very stringent, okay, to get a government grant approved to ensure that the money is well spent. Okay. Thirdly, you can see here, receiving a government grant is highly prestigious and often bring an individual or entity to the attention of other donors or sources of revenue. See, so are we prestigious? Is our science up there for the government to give us money, taxpayers' money? Because if not, everybody will come knocking on the government's door, right, to want funding for their research, right? Yeah. So this is our ageLOC science. Okay, and of course, Pharmanex, right? We are also famous for, in fact, probably the only supplement company, right, to manufacture our supplements, our food supplement, like a drug. Do you know in the supplement world, right, it's not mandatory to do all these steps, okay, because it's food, you can just sell. So in the world, right, basically for supplements, the health authorities approach is very, very reactive. That means, if you say you are food, right, supplements, you can sell. Then any consumer take already, then got problem, then they will investigate. That's how it works, That's why you see sometimes supplement after you in the market for a few years, right? Maybe because not many people take. Then when start to have more people take, right? Then got issue. Then they go and investigate. Oh, they realize got this, got that, got impurities, got poison, got toxin. Then they remove on the shelf. Some product could be on the shelf for a few years. This will never happen to Pharmanex. Because every of our ingredient product, right, even if it's not ageLOC, it means the normal Pharmanex supplement, right, non-ageLOC, also go through this process. 6 steps. Okay, it's like a pharma grade already. Pharma maybe sometimes even 4 steps only. So from selection all the way to sourcing to specification, standardization, and the last 2 okay, let me show you the last 2, which is step 5 and step 6. Okay, which is safety trials and substantiation trials. So safety trials okay, means we have the utmost confidence, okay, to tell our consumers, right, our products are definitely safe, because before it put into the bottle to let the consumer take, right, or even our distributor take, right, they already went through extensive safety trials, just like a drug. Drug definitely have to do a lot of safety trial before FDA will approve to be sold. But supplement don't need. But we voluntarily put ourselves through this process. So you see, do you feel safe to let your family member take, to let your friend take, or and then we will not lose sleep over building a business with us, right? Sometimes it's like it's only after a while when more people take, then they realize the supplement got problem, right? This will never happen to Pharmanex, never ever happen to Pharmanex. Okay, so and then we also do the last step, which is substantiation. Okay, so when we claim this product can do what, right? We already did the studies. We don't make a claim we cannot prove. Okay, so you see substantiate product efficacy. So when we say TRME can slim down, TRME can slim down, confirm. If we say Lifespan is good in anti-aging, it will be good in anti-aging. When we say Reset is good in metabolic health, or microbiome, or gut health, it will be good because we did the substantial trials already. Okay, this is very powerful, right? And the last two steps is always the most expensive. That's why a lot of direct sales don't even do this because it will increase the cost of their production, right? And then their margin will be less. Yeah, okay. So we do 6S for all our products. Okay, so and also so let me show you some of the so-called efficacy trials that we do. So in the US, right? When we do studies, right? Before we can do a human studies, okay. So our studies include human plus animals. Animals means we use preclinical. So this is so I show you some example of the studies we do. Okay. So this is one. This is our very popular white span. You can see on the right hand side the ingredient, right? If you find familiar, it's our white span chow ingredient. Okay. So this is a preclinical. You can see it's done on mice, right? And C. elegans. C. elegans is a kind of worm, okay. So they proved that a novel micro ingredient blend, which is a white span blend, mimics caloric restriction, okay, in tissues. So basically, right? Remember we did a monkey research. We say that if we do caloric restriction for a long period of time, right? Okay, they live longer and healthier, right? Okay, but basically ageLOC, we are able to find natural ingredient to mimic that. That means you don't have to go through the eating 30% less, okay, over a long period of time, but yet you can get the benefits. Yeah, this is why it's so amazing. That's why we have to file a patent. But just like you saw the ageLOC patent, right? The first patent. So you can see this one is done by who? Pharmanex. Okay, it's done by LifeGen, because we acquire LifeGen already. So you see, right, a lot of studies outside, right? A lot of company outside this, they say, based on scientific evidence. I just saw David Beckham, okay, the product IMA, right? They say based on, but they only have one study, by the way. Yeah, some don't even have study. As in they say, but they say based on scientific evidence. What they mean? They actually mean other scientists has actually done a scientific study on an ingredient that is in their supplement. To me, that's very different from the studies we do. You can see here, right? First, here we do our own study. You can see, right, Pharmanex, right? We are doing the study on the actual ingredient blend of the product, like in this case, white span. So when other companies, they say based on scientific study, not only they don't do themselves, they are just coating this ingredient done by other scientists, but they only do one ingredient, and the dosage is different. Maybe it's higher mg or lower mg. So it doesn't say anything about the product, if you ask me, right? Because different mg have different results, right? So to me, right, nobody can do science at our level, put it this way. Yeah, they are, like for example, the David Beckham, they do have one study that they conduct themselves based on the ingredient brand, but they got only one study. I even write into the help desk. So they also tell me only one study, and ironically, that study, the result supposed to be out last year, up to now haven't published. So I think maybe there's some problem, so cannot publish. I don't know. So this is how are we different from all these other brands? Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap, you have to prove . Okay, and then after doing a preclinical, then you can do a clinical, right? So you can see earlier one, the study is part of National Library of Medicine, okay, under NIH. So the next slide, I will show you how amazing it is to be curated on National Library of Medicine, okay? So after doing a preclinical, we did a human clinical, okay? So this is still white span. You can see on the right-hand side, the ingredient blend is a white span. So we prove on human beings also, right? It helped in the brain. So those who attend my gut-brain axis, this is one of the study I show. This is a human study, healthy middle-aged man, after taking white span, just 6 weeks, improve the neuroenergetics. That means the brain become more active, more healthy, okay, and also increase glutathione. Glutathione concentration is actually antioxidant produced intrinsically. That means our body, when it produces antioxidant, is called glutathione. That means after taking white span, the antioxidant, the so-called intrinsic also go out. Amazing, right? White span is an extrinsic antioxidant, but after 6 weeks of consumption, the body also naturally produce more intrinsic antioxidant in the brain. Talk is cheap. This one is peer-reviewed studies. Okay, done by Pharmanex and the Department of Radiology. Okay, so what is so amazing about National Library of Medicine? It's a US government site. Okay, it's owned by US government under NIH, right? It's the largest biomedical library. Okay, so when I ask ChatGPT, is the National Library of Medicine credible? I think it's without doubt. You can see here They also say it's operated by US federal government, largest biomedical library in the world, and then you look at the credibility level, okay? Scientific authority, very high. Government backing, yes. Global recognition, extremely high. Trust in academic, very high. There's no question about the legitimacy and credibility. Do you know how many papers Pharmanex has published on National Library of Medicine? I only show you 2, right? You go to PubMed, you key in Pharmanex, you go and see how many, almost 100. We do a lot of research because every product we also do research on. You must understand, okay? Yeah, which direct sale do at this level? Sometimes when I challenge people, just don't have to show me lah. Don't have to show me 100 lah. You show me a few can already. Some can't even show 1. Okay? Okay. And because we did all these studies at this we go through the 6 pharmaceutical grade, right? We are listed in this doctor's reference called the physician desk reference. Okay? Let me show you the short video. What is the physician desk reference?
This publication has been trusted for years by medical professionals worldwide. Physician's Desk Reference is an authoritative source about prescription drugs to help improve health. Pharmanex is honored to be featured in the Physician's Desk Reference. There are 7 Pharmanex products listed here, including the entire ageLOC TR90 weight management system.
PDR is a global, well-recognized publication referenced by many professionals in the medical field. It is an honor and a privilege for Pharmanex to be one of the nutritional supplement companies to have its products listed here, especially the ageLOC family of anti-aging products.
Pharmanex continues to innovate and develop nutritional supplements based on the 6S quality assurance process, helping you live younger, longer, and healthier lives.
Okay, so we are one of few supplements to be listed here. We are not the only, but we are the first and one of the few. Okay, a lot of retail brands outside, not inside here, because retail brand margin is the key, so they won't go through all this kind of 6S process because it will hit their margin. Okay, so you won't see GNC product here, confirm, guarantee, chop. Okay, you won't see LAC, you don't see all those. Okay, put it this way, I have not seen any retail brand inside this. I still remember, I think Chris will know, right? This person also called Chris. He's a guy. Okay, I went to his house and then he believed in supplement. He buy a lot from iHerb. I'm sure you all heard of iHerb, right? The so-called retail brand. Okay, so of course, I share with him our ageLOC product. So I go to this website, I key in and show him. Then he's frantically trying to search all his. He used different brand in iHerb. None of his brand in iHerb appear in this book. I say, bro, don't waste your time. You will not find one. You find I buy you the supplement for free. Okay, yeah. So this is the last physical copy of this book in 2018. So now because of Go Green, they go online. Okay, it's so you can see, right? You go to the pdl.net, you can actually search for it also, right? You can see here, right? For generation or health professional, the PDL is a vital resource for current, trusted, and credible drug prescribing information. We are not a drug, but we are supplement at the pharma level. That's why inside this book, inside this thing. So doctors will feel safe enough to even ask their patient to take our ageLOC product. Okay, amazing, right? Yeah. So this is a part I always show people live. Okay, so you can see here, right? So in my deck, right, you see a hyperlink here. So you click here, right, you will go straight to the website. Okay, so here, let me show you. I go straight out, but I have to exit first. Okay. Okay, then I reshare again. Sarah, now you cannot see the slide, right?
Yeah, cannot
Okay,
see.
so now, correct. So now I go to the PDL because I need Zoom. I have to do this. Okay, so you see, so now I go to the PDL website. So this is the part where I press the hyperlink. I go to the PDL website. I will demo straight in front of my prospect. I just did this to someone recently. Okay, so you key in ageLOC. Okay. It's a drug reference, but it's only pharma grade supplement will get listed here. So you click yes, search, okay. You can see our 4 ageLOC products. All our ageLOC products inside here. Meta is our reset, right? Then R square is our TCN, the cordyceps and ginseng. Then of course in TR90 is the TRME in this region we call TRME. And then youth is our white span. Yeah. So our because our most popular product is TR90, right? I'll click off. Then I say I'll show it. I go in. I say you can see the it's not a drug, it's a supplement because you can see all the natural ingredients. Then I even read to them, you see. Gene expression size. Cannot anyhow say you don't have the gene expression size, you cannot say okay. So here they say it's based on proprietary gene expression size. Okay. So you can see here, using, you see, as well as gene expression research. You cannot anyhow say things on the PDR when you cannot prove. So a lot of times, all my prospects very impressed, okay, that wow, your supplement doctor can prescribe one. And this is how Professor Lim was, buy into our ageLOC supplement, because he's a doctor himself. Okay, so let me go back to my deck. Also, you all do this part and show customer, very powerful one. Yeah, then or you can just give them the link, ask them to search on their handphone in case they're thinking, don't know what you do to your, or you search pdl.net, then you search and see that what you see when you key ageLOC. Okay, so now I go back to my deck. Okay. Sarah can see?
Yeah.
Okay, so this so after this, right, then I say because we have so much science in our products, right, and it's natural ingredient, right, you cannot patent a natural ingredient. So to prevent competitors in the supplement world to wait for new skin scientists to do their R&D, our R&D cycle is about 3 to 5 years. Reset is the longest, 7 years. Okay, so other companies just wait for new skin to come out. Then after that, wow, all these natural ingredients I just copy. But luckily we can patent the recipe. I mean the actual ingredient blend. That's why all our ageLOC product there is no competition. That's why when people say, you want more expensive than this, I say, but I'm very confident. It's not apple to apple. Because we patent already. We have the US patent, so nobody can actually have the same ingredient. You can only say we are expensive when you can find something that is exactly the same, right? And then cost less, right? So that's how I tell my customer. And the fact that we are ageLOC, I already quite confirm. There's no competition. Like how many people got the largest gene data bank in the world for us to do our research and develop and then come up with our product, right? Okay, so our ageLOC TR90 or TR-Me, okay, has got a US patent. You can see weight management composition, weight management system and related methods. Okay, do you see familiar name? Steve Wood, okay, Mark Bartlett, okay, and of course Angela Master Lodis, okay, one of our senior scientists. And then our ageLOC R-Square, the cordyceps and ginseng one, we call it the TCM one. Okay, also patent. Oral formulation for counteracting effects of aging. You see, oral combination comprised of pomegranate, Pharmanex, ginseng, cordyceps sinensis, right? So these are R-Square patent. Okay. So do you see familiar name? Angela again. Joseph Chang also involved. Joseph Chang involved in the R-Square. This one I know our chief scientist. This one Light Chen involved also. You can see Richard Windred and Thomas Polas also in the R-Square patent. Then ageLOC Wispan or Youth in the US, right? Also patent, of course. US patent. So you can see, right? The oral formulation can also be used in a method of mimicking the caloric restriction gene expression profile. Remember I say, right? With our ageLOC science, especially Wispan, right? By taking Wispan, you are able to achieve what the monkey achieved in 20 years without going through that 20 years and without going through the 30% cut in your calorie intake. So this is Wispan. That's why all of us should be taking Wispan. Of course, all our ageLOC product if you take, right? So it's proved by patent. And you know, right, for us to file the patent means we can prove this. You must remember, patent is not, you have to prove your claim one. You cannot just say one. Okay, and it must be first to the market. Okay, this is Wispan. Okay. So Wispan got who inside? Angela again, Steve Wood, and then Mark Bartlett, Shelley. Shelley Hester, I recently met her in KL. I mean, she's on stage. Forgot to take photo with her. Okay. Then Reset got 2 patents. Okay. So Reset, you can see all the right hand side, they show all the different combination of the anthocyanin. That means the black rice, bilberry, blueberry. And then they finalized on the 3. So this is Reset or Meta, right? Covered by patent. Same Angela again, Shelley Hester again. Okay. So this one, the patent say that reset is good for an intestinal health promoting composition, right? With daphne and cyanidine, which is a very potent anthocyanin, right? In an amount sufficient to treat intestinal hyperpermeability. Okay, in layman term, it's called leaky gut. So this patent is telling your prospect, we have a patent that to show that reset is good for leaky gut. That's why we say, right, it's good for gut health, right? Reset. Okay, and more importantly, another government grant. Actually, we have 3 government grants, 3 or 4 lah. Okay, so reset the patent has got government grant so you all cannot miss your reset one Or if the government give us money to do this particular patent or this research is definitely beneficial for mankind. Because remember, it's taxpayers' money So this one is just now the ageLOC patent, the ageLOC general patent is NIH. This is National Institute of Food and Agriculture. Also government grant. The government has certain rights in the invention. Which other direct sales or MLM has got technology that is close to us? None. 0. Okay. Then this is the second patent for reset. Okay. So reset is a metabolic health, right? So we also filed another patent to say that it's a metabolic health promoting composition too. Okay. So of course it's Angela, Mark Bartlett, Shelley Hester, the usual names. Okay. The composition where the combination of cyanidine and daphne are derived from black rice, black currant, and bilberry. Our exact ingredient blend as always. Okay. So these are patent. And because so much science patented, okay, so much studies on physician desk reference, okay, it's not surprising we are #1 in many countries, right, for weight management, right? In Malaysia, 9 years consecutive #1. 9 years, okay. Then in Singapore, 8 years consecutive #1. In South Korea, 3 years consecutive #1. It's not own self say, okay? It's not brewing our own template. It's by Euromonitor. You go to Euromonitor, you can even Google Euromonitor, New Skin, on Euromonitor Pharmanex, #1. You can see all the awards, okay? So they are the world leading independent market research, okay? So you see, we're talking about consecutive. So now you know why we are this business, right, is worth exploring, right? All this already done for us already. Our role is just to share only. It's just to share and don't let people come and tell you, oh, very expensive. Most importantly, it works and it's worth its price. In fact, if you look at the science at this point of time, I'm sure you agree, right? If it's not on a direct sales model, it's going to be 2 or 3 times the price that it's selling now. Right? Look at so much science. That's why actually direct sales, in case you all don't know, right, is the best vehicle to bring very good products to the consumer at a very reasonable price. And we are one of the few companies is really can fulfill this original reason why people start direct sales company, right? Because there's not so much cost in advertisement, in short space and all these, right? Wages. Yeah, is through independent distributors sharing the product and then paid to the distributor only. So don't have many levels of markup. That's why the cost is very good. I mean, it's a good price for the consumer. But too bad, many other companies actually abuse this. They sell mediocre product at exorbitant price. So that's why a lot of overpriced products in the market in direct sales. Then good companies like us, they're not hidden among all the stupid noises and rubbish products in the market, right? But like I say, okay, if you know how to show to your consumer who we are, right? I tell you, you're going to get them also, right? And of course, Euromonitor also awarded Hong Kong, right, as Pharmanex as #1 combination dietary supplement for 3 consecutive years. Hong Kong. Combination means like, packages like our My 360 our TR Me for example, right? Our ultimate dual or well-being support pack. Okay, Hong Kong 3 years. Okay, Hong Kong is the oldest market outside US for new skin. So not surprising, they are #1. Singapore also got our #1 last year, first time. Okay, so not only our TR Me is #1, our combination supplement also first time last year we got #1. And I'm quite confident we'll get #1 again this year. I'm quite confident. Mark my words, we see . So last year we first time get for combination supplement. Hong Kong got it for 3 years consecutive already. Okay. So this is so this is our ageLOC solution deck. So I will send out this deck to you all, and like I said, this is with explanation, right? But if you present less than 30 minutes, you will wow your prospect that, you know, we are worth our price. Nobody outside, nobody seriously can come close. I always challenge people, and nobody can come close to us. No way. Okay, so this deck is a good showcase of that, of that high level of technology that our ageLOC product is. Okay, so I hope you all benefited from this session, and then this is recorded, right? You all go back and watch my recording and then look at the slide. Okay, learn how to master this OPP. I can tell you, if you find the, I mean, of course, like, okay, you see, our ageLOC is not cheap, but it's also not the super expensive. There's this product called Reway, dear presenter, selling 2-3 times our price. There are people can sell, they got no science one. Their testimonial is, last year I still remember, I asked my prospect, how come you will buy $3,000, $3,888, something like that, right? For 6-month product, oh, dear presenter, one product only. Do you know my well-being pack how much? 2,000 only. But this company, the people can sell one, and they got no patent, they got no studies, zero. So you see, it's the mindset. But here, we got so much things. I got downline come and tell me, hey, I think our product a bit expensive. Then how these people sell? Then I asked him why he sell. He said, oh, the distributor showed me a testimonial on YouTube. This person actually stroke. Then after it can walk. I say, wow, this video I also can make. You know what I mean? Sometimes I find some people a bit caliber. I don't know. This guy quite rich. That's why he can afford to buy Reway. So we don't have this kind of ridiculous testimonial where you can just either film this yourself or you just put in a marketing, say, oh, this person after taking this or from this will become this. But here we show up. We show research paper, peer review on government website. We show patent. We show government grant. But yet, you know, some of you all claim that, oh, people say that you feel very hard to sell because it's expensive. It's not expensive. You let people see the value. Like I always say, right, when you go to a BMW show, you don't go and ask the sales, you don't tell the salesman why your car so expensive. You just ask what model. Just like you do this deck, right? You just ask them which area you want me to address. Anti-aging, weight management, TCM, energy, stamina, that's for R square. Or weight management or metabolic health reset. So I just sometimes I don't even need to, actually sometimes I don't even need to present the actual OPP of that product. That is enough for me to close them, you know. That is enough for me to close them at my delivery or test kit, or if no time, I do it at the review of the DNA report, or I do the NTOSN scanning. I can close people with this deck alone. With